Kiruba Shankar with us, an entrepreneur, author, speaker and broadcaster, farmer. So hi Kiruba, so this is for our viewers. Question is to you, where do you get so much of energy from? What are your habits to maintain that consistent energy throughout your day?
Sure. I've learned early in life that I think the secret of doing multiple things is very simple. Only follow things that you deeply enjoy and something that you are passionate about. So when you are very thrilled about doing something, then naturally you will find the time to do it. So whether it's farming for me, whether it is running my social media consulting firm or writing, there's deep interest in each one of these, and naturally I do find the time to do it. I think that's the secret for anybody. If you ask people who do multiple things, they will all tell you that they are deeply passionate about what they're doing, and that's why they find the time and they excel as well.
So you've also started your career first in Sify and then you moved on to various roles, right? So can you just tell about your journey in terms of the career perspective when it comes to digital marketing or social media, right? Obviously 90s when you started up, there were not huge brandings about social media itself. So how did you pick up that opportunity? What was your first instant, where you decided, hey, I think this is my passion and I love to do it?
Yeah. So I graduated in the year 1995 from an engineering college, which I had no clue what I was doing for 4 years. But what I distinctly remember is the year which I graduated was also the year when internet was privatized and there was a private ISP in India. This was an awesome opportunity. For me, internet was absolutely new, but I was very fascinated by what it can do. So I actually joined an internet cafe for the only reason that I don't have to pay money. Here's a place where I actually get paid to sit on the internet, and I believe that's a damn good sign of my early passion for the online field and the digital medium. And from there, I went and joined Sify. Sify is India's first internet service provider. Just a fabulous place to really pick up skills on everything online. Then I moved on a couple of jobs. I worked in a Birla Group company called ISG. Then I worked in Sulekha.com, and then decided to take the plunge into entrepreneurship. So I turned my passion into a profession. Social media has always been an area of interest to me, and I decided to offer professional consulting for corporate brands.
And also you can share about one of the mistakes that you had done, which probably has changed your way of thought.
Mistakes, huh? So where do I start? Do you have like 5 hours? Lots of mistakes, but I think one mistake that I like to point out is that I jumped into entrepreneurship roughly about 12 years after corporate working experience, a 9-to-5 kid. If I were to rewind my life, and I would not make the mistake of being in the corporate field for so long, with about 3 or 4 years experience, I would have jumped into entrepreneurship. I think the beauty of entrepreneurship is that you learn a lot of things far more quickly than you would in a corporate environment. And second, entrepreneurship also helps you pick up skills across various domains. So you're suddenly a consultant, you're the sales guy, you're also the delivery guy, you're the customer support guy, you're the client relationship guy, you're also the toilet cleaner or the coffee boy. So entrepreneurship gives you such a rounded experience, which sometimes you may not get in a 9-to-5 corporate job. So that is the mistake which I feel did, and I probably wouldn't repeat that again if I were to relive my life.
Okay, but somehow, Kripa, there were a lot of students when they fresh out of the college, they have a lot of dreams. But people think going into a corporate, getting some experience, and then starting up. But over a period of time, don't you feel it's a fear factor that gets into their mind, which probably stops a lot of people to take that risk, or probably they're comfortable with the salary?
True, a lot of things that prevents people from jumping from a very cushy, well-paid job. The first, like you rightly said, is the money. Money magically comes into your ATM machine every single month. Entrepreneurship doesn't guarantee you. It takes a long time to establish yourself before you break even and make it big. But until then, it's a big question mark. It's also the corporate environment. You're working with a large team in a large company in a swanky building, and that's something that people have trouble getting out of. Entrepreneurship, for all its glory, is really a hard knock game. It's a fairly tough field. You have to start from the scratch. You have to build up. And the third one is that sometimes you get into the money trap. Because you're getting a fancy salary and a regular income, then you take a car loan, you buy an apartment, you have to pay monthly EMIs, and that hangs over your head like a sword. That's something that you can't escape from. So suddenly there's this money commitment. And then you get married, then not only you have to fend for yourself, but you have to fend for your wife as well. Then you have 1 kid, 2 kids, and suddenly, it becomes this too risky a game to take the jump. Which is why I always advise people that get a year, 2, 3 years work experience and jump right into doing your own thing. At best you will fail, and you always have the safety net of coming back to a corporate job. But the earlier you jump in, the lesser risk you have and the more chances of you taking bigger risk and succeeding.
Okay. I think parenting as well in each one of our life plays a lot of reasons why and what we are today. So straight from your college, when you decided, hey, that's what I wanted to do, any chance your parents told, hey, stop doing what you like, or probably if a student is facing such a pressure from their parents where they feel a proper job for whatever you study you should get into. Did you have such challenges in your life?
Absolutely not. I think I have the awesomest set of parents. They wouldn't interfere in my decisions at all, because they know that whatever I take a proper step. So I don't think they played any role in advising me for or against any decision, but any decision that I would take, they would just support wholeheartedly. I think it's always nice to have that kind of a freedom. And for others, do take in your parents' advice, but at the end of the day, that's just one part of an advice that you will take from many people, but the final call has to be taken by you. Don't get pressurized by what the society wants you to do. I made that mistake when I joined engineering. My uncles and my dad's friends, everybody said I should take instrumentation technology because it's a huge scope. That's what I took, and I realized 1 month into my course and I started to hate it. This is not what I wanted to do. But then for 4 years I had to grit my teeth and finish the course. But if I had taken that decision to figure out what I wanted, I would have figured that I would have really enjoyed doing something else better. So at the end of the day, do take in a lot of advice, put that on the table, analyze yourself and take the call. It should be you who should take the call.
How do you guide a person who is just straight from 12th, who just wanted to be what you are?
Yeah, the best way to do this, you should really find out how photographers really learn the trick. That's a great example. I've seen this work very well in the photography field. We can take that lesson and apply to any other field. A person who is very interested in photography usually joins as an intern or as a helper with another renowned photographer. So what he does is that he tags along with this expert photographer. He really learns the lessons on how he does, how the lighting works and everything on the job. So by assisting, he learns a lot on the job. If it can work for them, well, it will perfectly work for almost every other field as well. That's why as a student, you have the time, and you can really make time to go and meet up with other people and really learn from them. and that's a good way for you to do. So for example, your question was, what if someone was very interested in digital media right in the early age? I would say go help out and join a digital firm as an unpaid assistant, or take a stipend. Don't worry too much about the money. It's really the nose to the grind wheel kind of learning experience that will benefit you loads. So that would be my advice.
Your learnings from people around you, probably you could just tell us people that you admire.
There are lots of people who I admire. In fact, what I've now started in 2015, one of the things that I've started is I call it the inspiration book. So what I do is every single day when I meet people, I find one good quality in that person that I truly admire. And I start writing it down. So for example, it could be the postman who, when he comes and delivers the post, he really smiles and then he walks away. That's a trait that I like. Then I write it down. Or it could be my mentor and how he gives advice. It may not be good to hear. It will be a very tough advice, but something that I admire in people when they give you constructive criticism. Even though it's not very good to hear, I admire the quality in a person. I write it down. So every single day, I keep filling up, writing down on my inspiration book. So the beauty of this is that subconsciously some of these traits starts to seep inside your personality as well, and that's something that I learned from people around me.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Kiruba. I think it was a wonderful time hearing, the entire journey of you and the best, habit that you told in terms of taking down the best part of, people that you meet. I think that was brilliant. Thanks, Kiruba. Thanks for your.
Thank you so much, Hema, and good luck with your new venture in videographing people. Thank you so much.
Thank you.